Let's get creative here, people. Come on, Governor. Your tax me till I puke solution is old school. Been there, done that. And you people we elected to manage things for us, is that the best you've got? I mean, you're running this place like a whorehouse. We give you our money, then get, well, you know, screwed. Ask yourself, how are things going in New York State? How do we compare to the rest of the country? Let's say this represents New York State, past and present. That's us on the left, bending over. Do we look happy? That's you, the government, with the broomstick. You're happy, albeit a little sadistic. Let's call this form of economics BS economics. In Broomstick Economics, the government really puts it to us and tries to take everything we've got. We have been conditioned to like it. We go about our daily lives accepting New York State's BS economics as if it were something to be proud of. There's a reason that our state is flushing itself down the toilet. Those of us who have lived in New York for a while know about the tug-of-war between New York City and upstate New York. According to the Urban Institute, the state Senate tends to represent upstate rural and suburban New Yorkers and is heavily Republican. The Assembly is more representative of low-income populations in urban areas, particularly New York City, and is heavily Democratic. There's a long-standing tension between New York City and the rest of the state, and so they fight a lot. According to the Urban Institute study, the city feels that it gives more to the state than it gets, while upstaters think that the city is a money-sucking vacuum because of its large low-income population.
Oink.
Now, the end result of this is that our elected officials screw up almost everything they try to do. Their tax and spend mentality has driven industry and business out of the state, and the loss of jobs is causing a mass exodus. New Yorkers are leaving the state in record numbers. Now, I've made a little list here, and I call it, What's Good About New York State? In New York, we like to be number one. Check this out. New York State has the highest taxes in the country. According to a research series from the Office of the New York State Comptroller, New York taxpayers have the highest combined state and local tax burden in the country, nearly 26% higher than the national average. Another good thing about New York State is that we have one of the most expensive public welfare programs in the country. According to the Urban Institute, New York State's social welfare programs rank among the highest in the nation. They refer to it as New York's safety net system. Now, this is a big problem because people from around the country come to New York, like this guy, and jump on our giveaway gravy train.
Jump on the New York gravy train. They give you money and you never have to work again. Come on.
How about New York State property taxes? Our property taxes are the highest in the nation. Look at this graph. The national average is over there on the right. That's us in the middle, with New York City on the left. Think of this graph like three fingers. We're the middle finger. We pay some hefty personal income taxes, too. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're an 8.5. And this is one of my favorites. We have the highest gasoline tax in the nation. Look at that. We're number one. The average is 45 cents per gallon, and we pay 59.7. I like being number one. Here are a few extras like icing on the cake, just in case you need a few more reasons to love New York. Interstate 90 runs clear across this country, and in many states they call it a freeway. But Route 90 in New York State is called the Thruway, and it's the longest toll road in the country. We drive on it and we pay every time, and we love it. Give it up, everybody, for the longest toll road in the country. From the U.S. Census Bureau comes this little tidbit. New York State is projected to rank 51st. That's last, folks, in the number of persons gained through internal migration between 1995 and 2025, losing 5 million persons. In other words, nobody wants to move to New York. Then there's the so-called fat tax on soda pop. And they're going to increase the wine tax. Oh no, they're going to raise tax on beer. So there you have it, the Curtis Peepnot State of the State. It ain't pretty, folks, and there's no improvement in sight. So as all of our children grow up and move out of the state in search of jobs, lower taxes, and a better quality of life, us old baby boomers who can't afford to leave will be stuck here wiping each other's butts in the nursing home. BS economics will eventually fail because there will be fewer and fewer working-age people to apply the broomstick to, leaving the government with no source of funds. Hey, you just can't make this stuff up.